Bosona because of a drawn any Jumedi Cassia day in him. No, on say a gala Cassia neighbor Basunti. You be rim kakra. I mean, shall same free now. La Liga game back to between Real Madrid and Athletic Club de Bilbao. After the full 90 minutes, now Real Madrid are we. Aku win 3-0. Abra Bilbao for Intimi Antican. Very important win for Real Madrid Bobukuno. And the reason why I make us as in say. Now Real Madrid before any game in the last 3 games war. La Liga no na Madrid Intimi winipi. Omu game against Girona wabo draw. Against Vallecano wabo draw. Against Elche wabo draw. So Real Madrid for proud to a Bilbao game. No more last 3 games no winibi. So na who be here say Real Madrid Bobukuno betimenya 3 maximum points. Uye no tin nchen na Real Madrid for Oma ni omo compete wa La Liga e Barcelona. Ono we di kiacha Atletico Madrid. Watch move 4 points. And it's our person will catch up with Barcelona. Was a win game. And no can who be na very important. Say Real Madrid for ebe win this game no. Then again, na pressure e will bobuko Real Madrid so pressure wa Alonso so pressure e will players ne so. And it's a win this game we are. Na timi e reduce sa pressure na e will bobuko ne so. So you know na e win a very important at the Real Madrid. By Ken. And now we are Real Madrid fan na we game ni bia. Apart from win no. When you best the performance of Real Madrid team no, this season match Real Madrid matches ni nyina. By match we a match ba kwa enra na me very impressed with the general performance of Real Madrid Bobo no, especially in the first 45 minutes. Yehu Real Madrid team every single department on the field na e work for Real Madrid. Goalkeeping department na work, defensive setup na work, midfield na work, the final third na e okay. Enu asa wo check Real Madrid goalkeeping department na kwoto adema. Enu ahwe kwoto performance. Enfa ho say Real Madrid enya 3-0 win no. Kwoto performance no untimi take away from Real Madrid. Every victory no munyaye no. After see a game na see Mbappe enya early goal no ken. Onim see able game na within a space of 7 minutes. Bilbao for nya 2 chance bi. 30th minute and 37th minute. Sa ball na kwoto save ye no. Se kwaya ade se ekoto atenema. And kebetima se game ni nyina e the pressure ba be so ato Real Madrid so enti ye ka se Real Madrid e win 3-0 no enra na Real Madrid for goalkeeper bi e wo post in a shape of Courtois or ye a lot of saves ama Real Madrid am concede am fa pressure ba be to Real Madrid bobuko no so enti enra the goalkeeping department na e solid for Real Madrid Courtois said you be can arguably or the best goalkeeper currently e world football mu check the partnership between Rudiger and Militao. Rudiger operating as a left centre back, Militao operating as a right centre back. And so 2 players now the 4 and 5 no. Shekwaya na almost show maturity on the field. Shekwaya no mo faso a discipline. So for bit to say a Militao. Militao na de calmness na de ba game nim na Rudiger e de sa aggression no e de aba. Adia ba kwa na edi Real Madrid funya nanse no eye crosses na etai de Real Madrid team no ba yenra yehun se crosses no Militao and Abrante friend say Rudiger e deal with that crosses na the 4 and 5 rule na e very good for Real Madrid. Share the full backs of Real Madrid. Alvaro Carreras on the left side, then Arnold on the right side. For once yenya Real Madrid team omo full backs ni nyina no eye very effective. Both in terms of a team build-up, or joining attack, and omu defend Alvaro Carreras on the left side. The combination with Vinicius Junior, our left side, or Ultima Vinicius Junior moving inside. No Carreras, na for Bontain, She Arnold, ne passes, ne delivery. But no, they come out Mbappe, no, a few players, and what's our technical ability, no, and na Real Madrid fullbacks, ne, okay. Naturally, the midfield combination, Jude Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Fede Valverde. Sa 4 players na no finfin ho no omo combine nneoma mienu and the dominating finfin physicality and a technical ability and sa nneoma mienu asa midfielders ne de combine here no e ma Real Madrid for dominating the midfield bibia koye de ma Real Madrid the kind of rotation e ma Real Madrid for e benya asa smooth build up no hwe the performance of Jude Bellingham na wo kana SMC ama Jude a free rule enra king Jude every zone every channel na Jude wo ho oko na oba na oppress because enra Real Madrid ni Alonso decide say omo ma Mbappe ni Vinicius Junior enye a lot of pressing and say sa 2 players ni a lot of pressing na they also press kese no e ya Abrante friend say Jude Bellingham and enra na the performance na e wo soro e ka ho bi na nkofo mpokra ka say so betima shase ahead of Adagule enra na Jude Bellingham e wo pitch ni so nyina Camavinga ni Tchouaméni ɛwɔ the deep central midfield role how wɔn ti maintaining the speed of the game or making sure say ɔmo maintaining nyinaa in possession out of possession n'atwa kwan ɔmo fa so ɛyɛ recoveries no na midfield ni very solid ɔmo de containing ɛyɛ Bilbao for and Mbappe. I don't think Samuel America Mbappe wants to be brave. This season Mbappe ever form. And adia ba kwa many ageni say, Otimi chef inside the box, outside the box. Shani second goal nimpo crochet. Mijitum unai Simon anya die. By few players and was our ability ni sa vision ombe to make shooting from distance. And naturally the first goal no how we receive ball no obiti ni opponent 1 2 3 eco place ball no a player a chese na adwimu do. So you know okay. I think say when they compare previous games na Real Madrid enra game no omo improve ye hope say on betima to aso bebre because there were a lot of issues Real Madrid set up but enra game no dey for once o time okodura no yi nimrika na Real Madrid team ne modern ball soro Arsenal is 2-0 against Brentford ken me jitum say Arsenal nyanji league no by me ntwen ma Arsenal nyanji league ansa na mabo mabaso so obi ya ade a se otia se o ya ade na ekoya e wo se me bo abaso eni se me twen say just why you successful once I ya the pan was yeka Arsenal this season we bought 11 games with fie in all competition we winning 10 I draw 1 obi enu ha wetimi akwhye Arsenal ewo Emirates so infoni a yetwa kyerem ne say Arsenal for build ade bi wo mu fie say emfa ho ni opponent ombehia no emfa ho ni situation omu fie ankasa de omo make sure say ombenya the needed results omo pe eno na wo ba football ma de bia me churchrem say team or try dominate woni fie no in football sense ye can home supremacy in football processor team ewo authority ne power ewo ni fie abra o share any opponent emfa ho ni situation omo enti say asum ni mpokra ye den de ma Arsenal wo fie a ye bebo game na wie no be find a way so betime win game no enti ade ba ko ewo Arsenal ho this season mu home supremacy no den so obeko emita ko show mo but I believe one underrated player Merino no na nkofo ka nkofo acknowledge ni by kin I was here Merino na sem very underrated player onim say Kai Havertz ni ho Jokeres eni ho Gabriel Jesus eni ho enti players omo lead Arsenal attack no nyina ni ho by on say me type describe Merino say oye a midfielder with the soul of a striker or a midfielder by was so no to say striker and to say obobo no penalty box ma or ma that boss present a dominate penalty box nim and to say or your boss dominator a boss dominator any player or opponent penalty box or cause a problem edema opponent no and to say what check here you say was 14 goals or the niti actually 8 and I can Merino no only a lot of acknowledgement and yet Arsenal where the Spanish national team. So you know, my member Arsenal baso. So betima to aso say ya dia. Ye heard you betima ye. Arsenal team okay, ne say edene.
Edilson Premier na Biggy. Emirem kakra na me draw no sisia.
Kevin Assi. Mami chia awoshi awodu kwa no fe na yemo komo kakra. Niema ha me. Trent Alexander-Arnold story of the bus sisia no. It's making me sad. Nah, Trent has been mixing a lot of games already. Way about the second injury, when the Madrid career no and fire just as when and wow we game no mubia no you enjoy Trent Alexander-Arnold. Which means say ne passes no and never one Madrid only for a story. But not me who and I thought say be about 2 weeks be, but 2 months there. Over me na mama ntwe nyina adwen si ade back so den tia me se ne ma ha me ne second last year year season no Madrid air assessment no when you 51 different injuries 5-1 51 different injuries na 37 of the injuries na muscular injuries. Inti over even 2 seasons Cabo Madrid, Thibaut Courtois ACL, Eda Militao ACL, David Alaba ACL, Carlo Ancelotti. The last season, Anfa man was because of injuries. Inti Fedi Valverde kojina 2 bo, Aurelien Tchouameni kojina 4 bo. Injuries song. Inti a real season no. Madrid sought to find solutions to it. I don't know, say Madrid knew the problem. Say injuries and Ama Carlo Ancelotti ain't mean seen that them. Solution day. Dr. Nick. Madrid former doctor and Carlo Ancelotti non friend Dr. Nick. No fi Croatia. Can't menya Dr. Nick picture. Sheno. Papa Nini. Moi, Musa Madrid. El posti picture na papa we na wunim no a. Na ye fa na Dr. Nick. Omu jane kwan se onko. Antonio Pintus, there are several stories na eba afa Antonio Pintus won ye beja ne kwan when they appointed Jabi Alonso ekofa Ismail Kamafonte de ne bae. Ismail Kamafonte no che we and I say Madrid for physical trainer today. Ismail we na oye djuma La Masia tie o ideally obi oya Barca boy in Madrid form fa no. But Jabi Alonso nti no La Masia and call New York and Jabi Alonso ko fa ne ba Leverkusen. Where all bano Madrid 4% on beja Antonio Pintus kwan. Inti say omo make Antonio Pintus no physical trainer then. Omo na say performance manager. Jesus Christ. And omo dey adwuma na ma we. Omo wiye omo appoint a doctor, PhD holder as a sports scientist. And omo fa doctor said dia man nti Jabi Alonso as a coach. Omo sesa physical trainer, omo sesa doctor, omo sesa department, almost a whole medical department just for him. Send a bear injuries, and sound so Mbappe. Only for the problem you feel say it's been solved. Yanko baby Dinhausen, Kamavinga, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Dani Carvajal. What is happening? Inti yes, me worried. Mintias say injuries na Carlo Ancelotti kept on complaining. Madrid say you're finding solutions. You're assessing the whole medical department. You're confident for Fraba. Still, Yanko baby. Injuries left, right, center. Every day. Oh, Madrid play a pra or call 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It is becoming too much. Well, you're moving on because of time. Share, Meno. De bia me kama some say nkomani bi wo ho a eba ya emotions nti what can no krakra no a nipa dodo na amfa na me no I will continue telling people about this Chelsea conversation. I've listened and read a lot of narrations about the entire Chelsea losing to Leeds. 90% of the argument Enzo Maresca, and Oyenshishwenimu and we're dropping players against Leeds United. Ken, Mr. Mikau. Wouldn't pay face say Wesley Fofana only me more 3 games on Twaso. It is not the making of Enzo Maresca. Boy, no on your feet. Mwankasa Chelsea fans muni. Wesley Fofana no. Yako international break by. When him say kesa so Bob Burnley game. But not Bob Burnley game, not a Bob Barcelona game. On to me more Arsenal game. Into the Burnley game, coach na manambo. Maybe is it the making of the coach? Mwa when him say Rhys James. The situation at the say Wesley Fofana. Omumienu. Omuntimi more games and twatwaso because of their injury records. That is not the problem of the coach. Inti the arguments about what dropping omo and oyenhwehwani mu no. Where every fan ever.
Ne Biggy memoirs Chelsea for pa.
And it is a game one. Na kai say do emo ball ni bi. Inti san komo no a aba just say you know coach because he decided to drop Wesley for any decision. These guys are not fit. The only problem, which I will agree, I am Malo goes to Mpono. Muntie and now this story they buy no Malo goes to Onya Fit a doctor say for no children went to play so more 45 minutes obebo it's in the few changes no was not the making of Enzo Maresca. Now this is where the real problem is. Chelsea fans, you are failing to talk about it. Boys no one Omunya Quenya say Wesley for fan and one more bono Omushie papa one me not happy with Joao Pedro Boa. Sa Joao Pedro no. Yet no by say nka ombe bo as number 10.
Okay.
Club World Cup no. The kind of performance he gave Chelsea as a number 9. And no nema Chelsea nkomo no obia jai Osimhen nkomodi obia jai said Chelsea nkoto number 9 because before the Club World Cup Chelsea go and buy number 9 but boy the performance of better than they do a Club World Cup we stop talking about it. Ken Chelsea nkoto number 9 ama and on fa Liam Delap edi echire Nicolas Jackson kono okoye no Delap and Joao Pedro omunye upgrade over Nicolas Jackson.
The Jackson Samra.
I'm not saying but those two boys they've not been upgraded until so chine bi no be bibi ya me yehu.
Well,
I don't know mo jan wan some kind of monka. Say echira won ko mo wan. Tosin adarabia you know that is the only option.
The last 2 is almost papa Chelsea for is will be answer.
They should be responsible.
Okay.
Those boys Obejina Park no so buhie sa no.
Meboso na yaba bedi komo Biggy faga krabre na memra medi men komo kakra asa wo sresre Chelsea for na osro mo sa no sre obi ansro mo o ma sre pa wana refi
no be say what shall it profit a man to win against Barcelona draw against Arsenal with 10 men and lose against Leeds United
3-1 two transfer et say
odwene ho a won tiase na questions be bring na back up the rotation of certain players e Chelsea bobo konim said na kwaku ka no e funny bi ublemi coach na nyeye backen say meme how ne say you have 2 right backs on the bench Reece James wo Malo Gusto wo omumienu nyina wo enti so omumienu nya 100% fit na obetimi use obi a 45 minim die enti ese say the best central defender Trevor Waterloo this season and a Chelsea best central defender who pushing the cover right back.
Ehun omo. Reece James ne for fana issue no. Because na make no doctors na transe. Omo ni omo nyina transe decisions so.
Sure.
Even omo check it even match no kro omo ko no city.
Sure.
Answer omo bobo. Because omo so say injury fufuro bi aba 5 months and 4 months and 6 months. Obo no me say one anya bad. The planner of the season, no. But
mention say once you put the player on the bench, or catch him so you fit so to me game.
And normally I normally win teams, no. So they are there. What I say, new squad no kwa na enyu. What I say,
not just obey me a boka crabby.
Bibisa.
It's a can man more. Because Tosina Darabio, but they are shell clearly this season. How much central defense Jumano? They give you one good game in the next 3 matches. Can unhuamu biemo. It ultimate for one in 2 or so. So maybe boss our position in the match out to it will best central defender. At least for the partner Mununi Mubako. No nyina sa position no because the moment I will push you on also out of the position indirectly when we kill 2 positions.
Mistake no. Adarabia you are na say Malo Gusto. Why now be
me the best Tosin.
I didn't want Tosin
because he had the ball. He was the last man and no kita ball.
Na baby na wujina no na ehun ya say he pass ball.
Enti no bet me a boy free ato atwene. Enti what kita me aba be to abeje dia.
Adarabia na omo penapam no. Supporters na penapam no.
Kene panifo se minyama ye ono madam ho so. Enti wudi nye de. Eti say Barcelona ni Chelsea a roho mistake no. Wudi nye de dada. Enti mfumfo bi wo hono ma ye nye. Eno ne me problem am with the player. But that notwithstanding, I am sure so Biabetia CSSC I said we are one of the most important players in the Chelsea setup, if not the most important. With him, the Chelsea game looks different. Without him, Chelsea game looks different. And now you could see some sort of void. Chelsea Tanaka munya opportunity. a press a player I find Andre Santos e won finfin ho e winning a lot of the balls from him. And clearly in his absence I had the amateur Chelsea boko no. Aside Leeds United in the last 2 matches on my bono coach in his son and because you didn't kind of want to results in it to us to say you be in before the Chelsea game no about 4 matches and in our Lucy. The last game of boy against Manchester City or started with the 4-3-3 formation in the first half. Second half and also son and sa. And about the 5-3-2 system.
But City game no won in the match Chelsea. Oh, was second ball on board.
Yes.
Least for no.
O change about 5-3-2 no. And o better take a 2-2 no. Abrana City up by 2 goals. It take if you falling in the 90 plus 1 minute. And when you win, and the Manchester City bobo kono. And to one who said the 5-3-2 system, a working mano. It against Chelsea. That was the system on the real game anymore. And clearly, a working because the Chelsea central defense was weak. Or the Calvert-Lewin and the matcher. And making sure some mobile anymore normal press Chelsea defense. No. Either so mobile mistakes. I'm an alpha ball. And now some many opportunity they are winning second balls. And they work it to perfection. And Odinya win against Chelsea Bobo Kono. And so Maresca make sure. So in the subsequent games, Obey and Yema be their farm. Rotation in the year. Looking at the injury records of the club. But across the Chelsea Bobo Kono certain points are a year irreversible. And we a coach on Shanonya Mojuma. Can Kakebi on Liverpool Van Dijk. Van Dijk says Mohamed Salah ni pitching so when you're happy. And no criminal in the yard game. Name Van Dijk into Liverpool supporters and you're happy with him.
Coach na.
And now, how Liverpool considered the goal? We a top player, top defender. Now you bold among the greats defenders from Mbappe a kind of football more. Such mistakes you don't do it. Against Chelsea, the same thing happened. Now man forcing old Ghana from the ball. And now go down Liverpool consider you want our ball pass the ache. What the ball ni we na play and the foul ball now the ball. Instead of attacking the space, now we Ghana ko wachi. At said the Okako receive pass. No creative space I'm play and ball the ache.
Van Dijk.
He has to work on that. Maybe a Liverpool than he team for believe the man's not in Quadebia. He's part of the reasons Liverpool is not performing.
Paying for the bag and get you. Van Dijk ke Kasala se medie. Salah de tranche. Asem na okupa ba. Yem fenu nsi ona membra. Ya ba beji san community. Ya mesremo